All right, Khan. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. I'm Brother Deborah.
Brother Jeremiah.
Officer Mar.
S.O.J. Kodash.
Khan, we just gonna do a quick. We're gonna try to do something different, a little bit more laid back. We're gonna call this the Couch Chronicles, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down a chapter in Psalms. We're gonna break down Psalm 91. We're going to try to give the best understanding we can on this Psalms 91, man. Because Psalms 91 is a beautiful chapter. It's personally, one of my favorite chapters. And it's a chapter to show and give us leverage and understanding that the Most High God is going to deliver us in the day of destruction. And it is a very beautiful chapter. Once again, you should go and read it for yourself. Man, anybody else got anything you want to say on it? Like I said, man, it's a beautiful chapter, man. You should go read it. It's one of those comfort scriptures, man, that we should be reading, man. Which is all the Psalms is, but Psalm 91, me specifically, is my favorite.
I have a precept for you real quick.
Okay.
All right. And you always pulling this out. This is one of your favorite scriptures, I think. Romans 15.
And 4.
All right. Because this is literally what this chapter is. It gives you comfort. Right, so I'm going to throw a precept on it. This is Romans 15:4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope."
Right, so you want to break that down? Go ahead.
Kind of, the point is that these scriptures they're made for our comfort, right, to give us hope. Right, in our times of distress, we can go through the scriptures, flip through the pages, and find comfort, find hope, get peace, go home. This is, hey, Psalms 90. I'm gonna read it though. So you want me to start on it?
Yeah. So Salaki, before you start on it,
yeah,
and that's exactly what the first verse say. Hiding in the shadow places of the Most High God at the end of the day. So this chapter though, if you ever wonder, like, what's going to happen in Jacob's trouble? If any of you brothers believe in Jacob's trouble, we know that it's going to be a time that has never been seen on earth, man. Think about the Jim Crow era, the Willie Lynch, the World War I, World War II, all these different, the North versus South War, all these different wars and things that happen on earth, nothing will compare to this day. But the Lord made sure he gave us a chapter that will release our mind of the stress and the things that we feel like we're not ready for. He gave us the blueprint on that. He will take care of us, man. So let's get into it.
All right, God. This is Psalms. Salakia. All right, so this is Psalms 91, and I'll start at verse 1, of course. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High,
right,
shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty."
So how do you dwell in a secret place of the Most High? You dwell in a secret place of the Most High by constantly meditating and staying in the scriptures day and night. We're not saying be a robot and if you ain't reading 12 hours a day that you ain't in the scriptures. No, what we're saying is day and night you're meditating on the scriptures, man. Can you get Sirach 39? It tells us that when we meditate and we keep ourselves occupied in the truth, this is dwelling in the secret places of the Most High, because everybody don't know that what's in the scriptures. Everybody don't have these secrets that's in the Bible, man. These are the secret places of the Most High in these scriptures. And we're going over some of it, which is the comfort of us in the day of the Lord's wrath. The day that the Lord is going to be very angry with the whole world. Like he tells us in Isaiah 13, he's going to punish the world. And then he gives us details on what he's going to do. These things that he's going to do, it's detailed in Isaiah 13, 2nd Ezra 15, and 2nd Ezra 16. And in Revelation, you got Zechariah 14. Different chapters, man. It's a lot of destruction chapters. But then we have Psalm 91, which is our comfort. Anybody got anything you want to say?
I have a precept. All right. This is Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success.
Right.
So, hey, if you study diligently, day and night, right, your ways is gonna be prosperous. You're gonna get the understanding on what's gonna happen in the latter chapters, in the latter days. You're gonna understand, okay, this is what happened in these other countries. I see why this is happening in there. Because you studying these scriptures. You seeing how your forefathers was going hard for the Most High. But that's it.
You got anybody got anything they want to bring out?
Khan. Hey, so Psalm 91. So like, let me go back to it. I didn't accidentally dropped it. It says that man, let me just grab it real quick so I don't say the wrong thing. I don't know why I dropped it. The thing is,
So while you getting that, can I get this?
yeah, Khan.
All right, get.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1.
So like I was saying, Salakia, like I was saying, verse 1, it tells you that it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So hiding in the secret places of the Most High, like I said before, is dealing with the scriptures on a daily basis. Now let's see what Sirach 39 say.
Sirach 39 verse 1.
Right?
But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High.
So this is always meditating on how you can do better when it comes to the law, statutes, and commandments. Every day you finding out a way how you can keep this commandment and keep that commandment and keep this commandment. This is what we're supposed to be doing. If you're not, then you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, let me finish this one. Go ahead.
God. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy.
So this is telling us straight up, man. You get your mind to the Most High God, you're going to be occupied in prophecies, and you're going to be trying to understand the wise sayings, parables, dark sayings, and sentences that's in the scriptures, man. Like in Daniel, like in Ezekiel. Not everybody understand Revelation. Not everybody understand Genesis. Not everybody understand Solomon, Songs of Solomon.
Job.
Right, Job, definitely. You barely see people going to Job and Songs of Solomon. Why? Because it's hard to understand. But when you stay occupied in this, you dwell in the secret places of the Most High, He's going to give you the understanding of it. Like it tells us, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom shall be the stability of our time in that day, man. You have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to survive in that day, man. Because he already told us that he was going to protect us. So go ahead, though. Salakia.
S.O.J. Kodash, did you want to pull out your precept real quick?
I was gonna pull this precept. So this is Sirach, chapter 14, and I'm gonna show you verse 20 through 21. Blessed is the man that meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. Right. So that was just going back to the Joshua 1 and 8. You know, meditating in the scriptures. Right. I'm gonna continue though. He that considereth her ways in his heart shall also have understanding in her secrets. So you meditating in these scriptures, you getting the understanding of wisdom, right? Wisdom is the scriptures. When you finally reading these Bible, you finally getting the understanding of what's seeing these secret parts. You finally seeing wisdom is literally showing you her secrets, her parts of what's going on in this Bible. She's revealing you her parts, so you can understand how to seek certain things. What kind?
All right, you got something?
So, like, I want to add on to that just for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he said that wisdom is giving you the understanding of her secrets. So wisdom, we know, is you get wisdom through experience a lot of times. So you're getting you're able to get the experience through our forefathers and our foremothers. You're experiencing what they went through, right? So you experiencing what they went through. Now you are getting the wisdom and understanding of what they didn't do and what they did do, right? So
he just brought that out too. Romans 15:4. It says, the things are written aforetime was written for our learning. So like you know.
No, that's perfect. That's a perfect precept for that. And perfect precept for what he brought up too.
I want to throw a precept on what you said, and now I'm going to go back to the Psalms 91. I'm going to touch on verse 1 again, right? So this is Sirach chapter 34, and I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "A man that hath travailed knoweth many things." We all know what travail is. Travail is when you go through shit. Travail is when you experience pain, when you hurt. Travail is likened to a woman giving birth, as the scriptures say. It says, "A man that hath travail knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom." Because when you go through shit, you get wisdom. You understand, right? That's why in Ecclesiastes, I believe the 7th chapter, it tell you that sometimes it's better for you to be in a sorrowful spirit or a spirit of mourning, because the heart, meaning the mind, is made better. Like when you fall, you're like, damn man, how did I fall? How did I get down here? It makes you reflect on what really happened. It makes the mind better. It makes you stronger. So it says, "And he that hath much experience will declare wisdom." Because when you have experience, whether you see that experience or learn that or gain that experience from another man,
Right.
or from the scriptures, that turns into wisdom. Experience is wisdom. Wisdom is experience. They go hand in hand. It says, "He that hath no experience knoweth little." So if you don't have any experience, you don't know. You don't know what's really going on. But if you experience, that's wisdom, because you know what to expect. You've been through it before. You've seen it happen. Man, we should look up that we should look up what Google has to say about experience. It says, "He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath travail is full of prudence." It says, "When I had travailed, I saw many things, and I understand more than I can express." I gotta read that again. I want y'all to listen to that. Verse 11 says, "When I travailed," meaning when I went through something, when I was in pain, he said, "I saw many things, and I understand more than I can express." When he went through them things, he understood it better. And you might, and that's how
You
it
might
is
not
with
be
the
able to
scripture.
express
Exactly.
it,
You,
but
bro,
you can
sometimes
understand it.
we'll read a scripture
Right.
like, damn, this is my first time seeing the scripture and actually really just, I kind of understand it, but I don't really know how to break it down just yet, right? I need a few precepts.
You might only be able to say,
Right.
Like, damn, that almost
and
hits.
not be able to explain it, but you can
Right,
understand it.
right. That's busting.
Fine,
That's
fine.
busting. I feel like one of y'all has something.
No.
If not, I'm gonna go back to Psalms and I'm
Go
gonna pull
ahead.
out another precept or two.
Yeah.
All right, Psalms 91:1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High." Right? And where is that secret place? It's these scriptures. We're in the scriptures is like a chamber, right? And it's a big old long table filled with all kind of spices, sweets, desserts,
Meats.
appetite, meats,
Drinks.
honey, drink, wine, milk, water, salt. It's a big old meal prepared for us in this secret chamber. That's what the scriptures is likened unto. And every man have their own appetite. Right? Some men can only eat, a little bit. One plate. Some men can go back for seconds. Right? Some men, they can go for thirds and not vomit it up. But we got to go to that secret chamber, right? I'm going to read this real quick. Right? I'm going to bring 2 precepts out and, we'll elaborate on it. This is a classic, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 29. It says, "The secret things belong unto the Lord our God." Why do the secret things belong unto the Lord our God? What kind of secret things is there? Who can search out the deep? Who can number the sand of the sea? Right? Who can number the stars in the heaven? Right? Who can number the springs? Right? That's above the firmament.
Who can go get yesterday?
Who can weigh fire? Who can measure a blast of wind? Right? Who can tell me those are the secret things that belong unto God? Things that's above our strength. It says, "But those things which are revealed belong unto us and our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law." The secret things is this book. It's the laws. It's the statutes, the commandments, it's the ordinances, it's the testimonies, it's the experiences that we got documented that our forefathers went
Right.
through.
Right.
That's the secret things.
Mhm.
And everybody can't open up this book and get those secrets.
Hey, and Slakia, and one of the things that was hidden from us for such a long time, and I know General Hezekiah has this precept, and I can't really remember it, but I know if he was here, he'd probably be able to pull it out. Because I think it's in Colossians, I believe. I can't remember exactly, but one of the things that was hidden from us for so long, and now it's revealed, was the curses. It was hidden for us for so long, and now it's revealed, and we're out there on the streets teaching and telling our people that we're the Israelites. And the signs and wonders that's placed upon us was these curses. And how you can tell that we're the Israelites, the curses. See what I'm saying? That's one of the things that was hidden from us.
That was. And you know what's crazy? I bet y'all can vouch. I don't think I ever said this to y'all. Right? I know I said it before, but I don't know if I said it to my captains or to S.O.J. Kodash. But when you was growing up, or even when you grew up, even now, before the truth, let's say before the truth, did you, just say con if you did, and say lie if you didn't. So, did y'all, right, this is Couch Chronicles, baby. Before you learned, came into the knowledge of the truth, did you always feel special, like you was different?
Con.
That's a con?
Hey, can I give one example?
Con.
So one example from me, when I came into the truth that I noticed, man, that I always had, is I never had the spirit, like how I see a lot of brothers, they had a spirit, they would sleep with their homeboy's wife. I never had the spirit to do that. I couldn't ever do that, man. And when I come into the truth, I feel like the Most High God was molding me from the beginning. Like he said in Jeremiah 1, I ordained thee a prophet from the belly. I know we all have those things, but I just wanted to bring out mine.
Hey, and I know a good one that we can all relate to as well is that growing up, you know, so-called African Americans, Issachars, good in sports.
Right.
So when you go to play sports, and it's, you know, a middle part of my upbringing, I was around a lot of Edomites, a lot of white people. So when you go up to bat, when you go to play basketball, they looking at you. You are their main focus. So you feel special, like they know you getting ready to do something.
Right.
They know this dude. We counting on him to bring us home, to bring us out of this. So that's how I feel.
Mr. Blue Chip.
Yeah.
Mr. Blue Chip.
Insiders and stuff.
Right.
Real though.
I say lie.
You say lie? You didn't feel special? Really?
The reason why, because, you know, I ain't really like, you know, I say back in high school or just, you know, growing up, you know, I was just like, you know, just chilling, you know, I wasn't really like, I ain't really felt like I was special, you know, I just felt like a regular dude.
Hey, that's kind of powerful too, because I can see how that translates to why you're so powerful in the truth. Because you said, just out of your own mouth, you felt like just like a regular dude. And that's probably why you accept correction, you accept wisdom, and how you are so humble. I'm low-key praising my brother and exhorting him for his humility right now. Right, Couch Chronicles, it's getting nasty, man. All right, so for me, I elaborate on it. I always felt special. I always felt like I was chosen, or that I had something special going on, but it wasn't really, it was more like an individual thing. But when I came into truth, and now I'm starting to learn the Bible more and really be in this thing, it wasn't about me on a personal level that I was special. It's just Mahar. It's Deuteronomy 7:6. We are chosen people. That's why I was special. I thought it was just, you know, the way I thought, the way I talked, the way I maneuvered. I thought I was slick and sly and crafty and cunning. That wasn't what made me special, because I thought I was witty. You know, I thought I kind of knew what people thought. You know, I thought that's what made me special. That I could like be a step ahead of somebody and I could outsmart some. That wasn't what made me special. What made me special was the Most High God. That's right. All right. I'm gonna put this precept so we can keep going on. Right.
It's just gonna be
right.
long time.
Right, this is, woo! All right. So the other precept I was gonna pull was Proverbs 25. Right, and I'll go back to Psalms. Proverbs 25 and 2. Proverbs 25:2, it says, "It is the glory of God to conceal a thing." That's the glory of the Most High God. To be like, look, nigga, I can count the sands of the sea. You can't.
I mean,
That's His glory. My handiwork is in the firmament. It's in the sky.
hey, he'll make up a number and still be right.
Right. Right. Nigga, hey, that nigga like, it's 7. Right.
Tell me it ain't.
Right. Yo, it's young, boy. All right, it says, it is the glory of God to conceal a thing. It says, but it is the honor of kings to search out the matter.
Man.
That's the secret things. We have to search out the secrets. That's the whole thing, man. Right? So I'm gonna go back to Psalms.
Hey, and it was hidden for so long.
So long.
Now it is being revealed to us.
Oh.
Like it tells us in, I believe it's Colossians 1:26.
I think that's what I was
The
looking for.
mystery that was been hidden from ages
That's what I
and
was- that's
generations
what I was trying to-
has now been revealed to his saints. So
Alright.
this is how, yes, we're special as Israelites, we're special as a nation, but there is some that's very special. And the ones that's very special is the ones that's in the truth, man, in the faith, in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible at the end of the day. The ones that can break down and not even only break down, but that can understand things like Psalms 91. Because not everybody's going to understand this. So you brothers that watch and understand this, you are very special to the Most High God, man. And this chapter is for you, and He's going to deliver you in this day. Not the 2/3 Israelites that want to be disobedient and think that they got better things to do and think that they can defend their own self in this day. So let's continue on that. Unless you have something else.
Man, we could go all day on just that one verse. Man.
Yeah, for real though.
Crazy, man. All right, I gotta pull one more up.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so this is Sirach. Everybody knows this is one of my favorite books. So Sirach chapter 3:19.
Yep, I just had that one.
You did?
Yep.
It says, many are in high places and of renown. So it's talking about men. A lot of men, they set up on high. Right? They renown, meaning everyone knows his name, what he's known for. He's good at this. Many men like that. It says, but the mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
The humble.
A mystery, that's a secret.
God.
Going back to the mysteries of this Bible, the secrets of this Bible, right? That chamber, man. Right? And it's a big old long table, right? With all kind of food for you to eat. Spiritual though, right? And you got something to know.
So can you drop down to verse 22 right quick then?
Kind of.
Because we already there.
Sorry, 3:22.
God.
It says, but what is commanded of thee, think thereupon with reverence.
All right, so the word reverence means deep respect. The things that was commanded of us to do, we're supposed to have deep respect for it. And we're supposed to honor what He have gave us. Because the verse before, it tells us not to seek out things that's too hard for us. So the things that He bestowed upon us, you're supposed to take this and grab it and have deep respect for it. Go ahead.
Think thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret.
Right, so this talks about faith, man. This is exactly what this is, another precept for faith. So, and this is what we have right now. We have faith that, according to Psalms 91, we can't see this as of now. We have faith, though, that this is going to happen for us, though. That's all you do have. But, some brothers are not special enough for the Most High God to get them to understand and to understand this. But you have it. We have it. And we have to take hold of this, man. And we're supposed to reverence things like this.
Hey,
Have deep respect for it. So, go ahead.
so also, us living and being around Esau for such a long time,
Right.
we have a bad habit, and we don't really fully understand what sacred is. Like, we end up profaning it, or we end up even have profane thoughts when it comes to things that are made sacred, or things that are holy, or something to reverence and be treasured and to be not tampered with, right? Because we know that the people that we were raised around, they profane everything. They tarnish everything. There isn't anything that they uphold sacred, right? They'll make fun of things, right? So we have a hard time because we have kept ourselves and we are around them for such a long time. We ourselves have a hard time when coming into this truth, making sure that things are sacred. So we were men that made sure things were sacred. This Bible was sacred, right? And we made sure that like it's hard for a brother, like, hey, can I borrow your Bible? Hey, you need to get your own Bible. That's sacred to that brother, right? So us being in the Esau's world, in the white man's world, we have a hard time really getting the grasp and understanding what's really sacred, what's really pure, right? So that's something that I really wanted to pull out. I know me and one of the young Akims was talking about, you know, him being around Esau for such a long time, having a hard time having pure thoughts and keeping things made sacred, made holy, right? That's something that we kind of have problems with being in America.
That's a
Right.
lesson.
That's
All
fire.
right.
I mean, that's a lesson.
That's a fire combo,
I
though.
mean, that's a whole lesson.
He's in the spirit.
I had two in my head right now on that one.
What were that?
On that being sacred.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are sacred, man. Most, the he, like the brother was just going into Esau and this being his world, they had this book for so long and they never understood what's in it. Because this book was sacred for only a certain people to understand. And like I said once before, we are those people that can understand. It's what makes us very special. Something that's sacred to the whole entire world, and only you, the Most High, chose you to understand it.
Right.
That's very sacred, and you're very special. So that's two birds in one stone. But if anybody got anything else, we can continue.
Wow.
All right, so let's continue on verse 2 right quick.
Kind of. This is Psalms chapter 91 and verse 2. It says, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust.
Right, so this is what we supposed to say when we see things come upon us, man. The Most High God is going to take care of this. He is my refuge and He is my fortress. What is the fortress? Something that protects you, like a bomb shelter or whatever it is.
Right.
And your refuge is a place of safety.
Hey, it's like, yeah,
Go ahead.
I mean, and you know, Esau, his fortress, his refuge is the underground bunkers,
Right?
right? You don't see no Israelites saying, "Look, man, I need an underground bunker."
Bomb shelter.
Right. I need what they have. They have all kind of things down there. They got a whole damn a beach down there.
Mm-hmm.
You see that on YouTube where they kind of they got the meals down there where they got food, like machines that can actually keep make food and stuff. I can't even explain it, man. They got hydro bro, they got all kind of stuff down there. They got different floors where it's literally
Right.
and one of the floors they got a damn beach in there.
That's good.
That's the part that blew my mind.
Right.
But they got the have anybody seen the 100? It's a series on Netflix.
Yeah, I seen
And
it.
you know how the mountain men, the mountain people, the Edomites basically, they all in the damn bunker, right? I ain't even gonna, I gotta spoil it, man, for the people, right? So they all in a bunker, right? And they got like hydro dams to keep electricity in there, and they actually can keep making food because them men, they can't go outside because they haven't adapted to the toxic air outside. Basically, it goes back to you know when nukes hit, it's because basically in the movie,
They evolved or something.
yeah, like some men adapted, like evolution basically is what they're saying. Some men adapted to the air and to the pollution. It's a word I'm looking for. But them men, they couldn't, so they have to stay inside. But they had these hydro dams and they had electricity so they could actually farm inside, right? So they could keep,
Farm inside.
bro, they
That's
can,
crazy.
and that's what they got in them underground bunkers, man. That's why and you saw these other nations, they trusted in them things, man. Right, but the Most High God said, He gonna make us hunters, man. We're gonna get them out of there.
Right,
We're gonna
right,
get them out of there.
Flesh of the rocks.
Right,
Hey,
man.
can you read verse 2 again, though?
Kind of verse 2 says, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust.
God, so he said fortress, right?
Mm.
Protection.
Right.
Now, we were supposed to make a video on hedge,
Right.
the hedge of protection.
Yeah, let's talk about
Now,
that.
the hedge of protection of the Israelite man is the Most High.
Yeah,
It's
that was
Yahweh Shai, right?
Time.
And the protection of the Israelite woman
Man,
is the man.
time. Let's talk about it. That's hitting.
Man,
I
I'm
gotta
just
see that.
saying. I was like, when you read that, that's why I smiled. I was like,
Alright.
I was supposed to be a video. It was supposed to be,
Let me throw a precept on this on verse 2.
and that goes deep.
Right?
That goes,
You could do whatever you wanted with that.
yeah, that's a lot. That's
And it's going to be good regardless.
God.
Does it mean something? This is Proverbs 18 and 10. 18 and 10 says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower.
God.
It says, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Right? When
That's
all
the
hell
perfect
break loose,
precept.
you're going to have men actually running.
Wow.
Yep.
You're going to have men physically running and scrambling and trying to loot and trying to... Hey, what you always say, like, you're going to have them rednecks, you're going to have the Edomites, they going to be, what you call them? It's a word for it, where they basically trying to take everything. They pulling up. They probably going to have
Marauders and mercenaries.
marauders,
Yeah.
man. People are literally going to be, all hell is going to be breaking loose. Like on the movies, like, oh man, what was that movie?
Purge.
No, this one. What's this one? Bird Box.
Oh, Bird Box,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
When that shit start people crack.
Yep.
People don't know what's going on, man.
I still ain't seen that.
That's crazy.
Oh, it is crazy. Kodash looked at you like, what? You ain't seen that? Bro, that movie, bro, it's now that, bro, put your spiritual goggles on when you watch it, you go like, what?
Right.
You go like, damn, this is crazy. But I was saying that because everybody that's not rooted and grounded, they're literally gonna run physically.
Yep.
But spiritually, we gonna run to the Most High. When all hell break loose,
Of course.
all of the Israelites gonna be like, my shit on my shit. I can't.
Oh, man.
God,
With a
we're
smile
gonna,
on their face.
bro, we're gonna call on the name of the Lord,
God.
and we're gonna be safe.
Hey, and it tells us that later in this chapter.
God, I should keep reading, right?
God.
Verse 3 says, surely.
That
He
means
said,
for sure.
without a doubt, without a shadow of doubt.
God.
He said, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Right, so the snare of we know what a fowler is. A fowler is somebody that catches birds. And what they do is they set up traps. So he's saying the traps that they set up for us, like how they got our people doing this Black Lives Matter thing. Now they're making them a target. Now they can go out and get them because they are labeled as terrorists. Things like this, this is the snare of the fowler, man. Or putting drugs in our community and then sending us to prison for it, and then next thing you know, they selling the drug. That's the snare of a fowler.
Mhm.
They setting up traps for our people. He's going to deliver the special brothers that's in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this Bible. He's going to deliver them out of that kind of stuff. It says, and from the noisome pestilence, a loud disease, like what? Corona,
God.
coronavirus. Let's say the people is dying at that high rate. We don't have it,
Right.
so it really don't bother us. And man, that corona is just a snippet on what the Lord is about to do to this world, man. The air might get, like the brother said earlier, the air might get toxic,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where you can't even breathe it. We might be walking through like everything fine though.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody got some precepts? If not, we can just keep going.
It said that basically, let me go back to what it says. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. Literally, if you don't know, I gotta go in Psalms chapter 10 real quick. Real 10 to pull a precept. He said he gonna deliver us from the snare of the fowler, right? Because if you didn't know, this is all a big game. It's all a big distraction from the real thing, right? And it's all a big trap from the fowler, right? And the fowler is your arch enemy, right? Your arch nemesis, the foe, the opposition, right? The bad guy. We the good guys, right? And what the bad guy do? The bad guy think that he the good guy.
Right.
Right.
Esau think he the good
Hey, that's just like Bane. Bane thought in Batman, Bane thought he was the good guy. He thought he was making a difference. The Joker, he thought he was making a difference. He said everybody is really like this. I'm just the one that's going to make them unleash it. he thought everybody was actually like him.
Right.
Everybody was the bad guy like him. He was just helping them unleash it.
Right. He
So-
thought. So the point was why I said all of that is that our enemies. Let's not even say just Esau, right? Because we always focus on Edomites, right? Which they is a damn enemy, you know, a formidable foe who gonna get destroyed. But we can't just forget about all of the other shit that everybody else did.
Man,
We can't just do that,
no.
right? Because they all came together to overthrow the Israelites. Right, we was getting overthrown by the Babylonian. Esau came, then he came. You know, all of these things happen, right? And these is literally snares and nets that the fowler set up in place strategically. Hey, Salakia, I'm gonna get Kodash kind of interactive. Hey, if you was trying to trap an animal, right? Say you ate 8 in 2 days, right? You set a couple traps and none of them caught anything. This third time, what you gonna do? You gonna be more strategic.
Right.
You gonna plan it out to a T.
Put some food.
I'm gonna be
in
more
there.
Yeah, you gonna be more. That's the perfect word. You gonna be more crafty. And this is what Esau did, right? Psalms chapter 10 and verse 8. It says, "He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor." Right? And verse 9 is the point. It says, "He lieth and waits secretly as a lion in his den." Right? To catch us and put us in that net. He waits like a lion, man. He's crouching. You know how when a lion sees his prey, kind of make the slow crouch walk? That's intimidating.
That's good.
It says, "He lieth in wait to catch the poor, and he waits on us to fall into that net." It says, he does catch the poor. He catches us. And then it says, when he draweth him into his net. That's what Esau do. He put out a net, and he catches in it, man. Right? And that's what this society is. It's a big-ass net. And the net consists of you trying to be a drug lord. That's a net. You trying to be the next big rapper. That's a net. You trying to be a damn NBA star. That's a net. You trying to be a damn the Heisman nigga. That's a net.
Follow on Black
right?
Lives Matter.
Right? Black Lives Matter. LGBT legal. You being gay. That's a net. All of these things he promote is a net. A big ass net. Right? Go ahead, Ali.
So this is a precept off of what you just said. This is Psalms chapter 17 and verse 12. "Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurketh in a secret place." So you got the lion, they lurking, right? Trying to seek the prey. They trying to wait for you, you know, get you caught up. Or on a spiritual level, they trying to. You got the police, right? I'm gonna say on a physical level, you got the police, right? They ducked off, waiting for something to happen. They got you. See that? Look, they trying to see what you're trying to do, knowing that you probably got drugs. That's why they in the, they in the ghettos. That's where all the crimes and all the ghetto, all that stuff is happening, right? Like the brother was saying, you got LGBTQ. Is that you said? I don't even know.
LGBTQ, right?
It don't even matter at this point, but
Right.
that's a trap. That's a snare, and that's what they be waiting on. They waiting to catch you. They waiting to catch you lurking. Hey man, that's what you got to come up out of there, right? In the book of Revelations, it says, "Come out of her, my people." Hey, come out of her. Yeah, that's all.
Come. Verse 4. Unless anybody else got anything?
Nope.
Got it. Verse 4 says, so Psalm chapter 91 and 4 says, "He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth, his truth shall be thy shield and buckler."
Right, so we know that it says under his feathers and under his wings shalt thou trust. So this is symbolic for the Most High God protecting us at the end of the day, man. And it says, it says his trust shall be his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. The words that's in this Bible is what's going to defend us. How? Because the understanding that we have in the scriptures talking about how he's going to protect us, what he's going to do to them, how they're going to do to them. This is going to be our shield and buckler. But to the rest of the world, it's going to working on their offense. It's not going to be their shield and buckler at the end of the day. This is the things that he's going to protect us from. He's going to cause them to go through at the end of the day. So you got anybody got a precept?
Come.
Go ahead.
God, I got a quick one. This is John chapter 17 to 17. Right? Because in that verse, he said, his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Right? And what is that truth? This is John 17 and 17. It says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Right.
Right? So that's how we're protected, through these words, man. Because they everlasting, they live. Right? And it protects us, man.
All right.
Right. So, and like he said, thy word is the truth. So it's a domino effect. So he said, right here in Psalms 91 and 4, his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. The brother just went into thy truth is the word. So let's see what the word is. Let's go to 1 John 1 and let's get 2 and 7.
1 John 27.
Come on, 1 John 27. It says, brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye had heard from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning. So the word is the law, statutes, commandments. If you're doing this, the Most High God is going to be your shield and your buckler. Thy word is truth. The law, statutes, commandments is truth. It tells you that in Psalms 19, I believe also. So if you doing these things, the Most High God is going to deliver you in this day, like it tells you in 2 Ezra 9. So anybody got a precept?
I'm not going to put a precept, but I'm going to elaborate on it. And another thing you got to know is that another code word for Yahweh Shah is the word.
God.
Right? And you're safe by the word. You're sanctified by the word. And the word is the truth. Yahweh Shah is the truth. That's big, bro. Right? So I'm going to go back to Psalms. And the precept for it is Revelation 19 and 13, where it shows you Yahweh Shah is the word.
Right. And John 1 too.
Right.
Says the word was made
John,
flesh. 1 and
right.
15.
God.
The word was made flesh and dwelt among us. So,
all right, you want me to keep going on the Psalms?
yeah, kind of.
Psalms 91 and verse 5, it says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Right. So this is saying we not supposed to be afraid of these things. It says with a terror by night. Why? Because there's going to be no electricity. There's going to be things that's happening in the dark, and you're going to be hearing people screaming. You're going to be hearing animals that you ain't never heard the sounds from, and you ain't never heard before. All these different things you're going to hear. But he told us, thou shalt not be afraid of this. And then at daytime, you're going to be seeing people going to war. Right. You're going to be seeing people, the military, what they do, man. The gadgets and gadgets that they use, and all these different things. We're not supposed to be afraid of these things. And
hey,
if you... Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
Hey, it might come to a point, man, if you make it through, some of them trials, you might get to a point where stepping over dead bodies is a normal thing.
Man.
All right? We're hearing gunshots. If you wasn't used to it already, hey, you might get used to it again, man, on another level. Hey, if you was used to hearing gunshots and Glocks and, 40s, it might get to a point where you used to seeing people head get cut off. Or you might get used to seeing, grenades and rockets flying through the sky. Or airplanes crashing out of nowhere. Right? The norm that's now is not going to be the norm here in a minute. It's going to get way crazier.
All right, I got a precept, though. Can you read that one more time? It's not a terror competition.
God, it says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
So he said terror by night. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, and I'm going to start at verse 14. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 14. It says, but if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments. So if you do not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Most High God, and do not do his commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant. Verse 16 is the point. It says, I also will do this unto you. So if you do not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God and keep his commandments, and if you abhor or if you hate his commandments, he's going to do this to you. It says, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and burning ague, which means burning fever, or headache, or illness. It says, that shall consume the eyes, and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, and your enemies shall eat it. And verse I want to drop down. Should I read it all the way to 18? I'm gonna drop down to verse 18. It says, "And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, even I will punish you 7 times more for your sins." Even if you do not hearken unto me, I will punish you 7 times more unto your sins.
And that's harsh, man.
Man.
That's very harsh, man. So, you know, it's best to just hearken to the Most High God at the end of the day.
Come to that fortress, man.
Because, you know, people just because you ain't seen you ain't seen a lot of stuff. Like we ain't get to experience the Willie Lynch era, the Jim Crow. We didn't see the World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor. We didn't see none of these things. The Lord said pretty soon I got something worse than all of that. Hey, like the brother was just going to, and I got a precept for it, where he said there's going to be dead bodies. We're going to be walking over those dead bodies, man. There's scriptures on that. So this is 2 Ezra 16 and 23. It says, "And the dead," and this chapter goes into what he's going to do in the last days. So it says, I'm going to start at 14. It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they have come upon the earth." So it's going to be the whole earth that's going through this. Let's get a detail. Verse 23, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung." What is dung?
Shit.
Boo-boo, crap. That's what dung is. It says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down."
So, back in the day, back when the Black Plague was in Europe, right? He said, and they will dump the dead bodies out like dung, right? Back in the day, they would open up their windows and throw their feces out the window. They would throw their shit out the window, their urine, whatever they used the bathroom. They would open up the window and just throw it out in midday, and you just see shit flying out the window, right? And the women would walk around with their long dresses, and their dresses would be picking the shit and piss up off the ground, and that's how the plague started, because they really wasn't hygienic. You know, they wasn't very hygienical. Their hygiene was horrible.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
And it tells you in Proverbs 16 that the Lord created all this stuff for Himself. So we looking at it like these people is nasty.
Sure.
The Lord did that to create a disease for that to happen.
And it said it was gonna throw the dead bodies out
Like dung.
like dung.
Hey, and this is another Salakia.
Yeah.
This is another precept. It said, this is Jeremiah 9 and 22. It says, "Speak, thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung upon the open field, and as the handful after the harvestmen, and none shall gather them." The same thing Ezra was saying in 2 Ezra. And it's going to happen all over again, man. It tells you in Revelations that the blood of men is going to be, it's going to come all the way up to a horse's bridle.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, I ain't trying to be up with that horse, but I gotta bring this one up.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, guys, this is Nahum. I'll be quick. Let me go back to Psalms.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't trying to beat up a dead horse, but this one is fire. All right, Nahum 3 and 3. It says, "The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses." Right? So here in Nineveh, in the book of Nahum, right, is symbolic for America, right? That's why you have all of these examples, Babylon, these capitals like Nineveh. We could go all day. Egypt. America carries those traits, right? Because America is a product of these other nations, right? So when you read the book of Nahum, through the Spirit, it's talking about America, right? America is living on the background of all of these other nations that had us in captivity. So when you read this, you see that it's really through the Spirit talking about America. And it said, "There's none end of these corpses." You're stumbling over these dead bodies, right? And I'm going to go back to Psalms, so we're not staying on it too long. All right, Psalms 91 and 6. "Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Right, continue.
God, 1,000 shall fall at thy side,
Right,
and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
right. So we don't even see one or two fall at our right hand that much.
Right.
You know, for when when people mourn when that do happen, but they don't even, most of the time they don't even see it. But it says you gonna see this stuff. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. That means thousands of people just gonna be dropping like flies around us.
Death is, people so hurt over death. Like, damn, my
Right.
grandma, or damn, my brother. Everybody in your family
About
gonna
to die. Oh man.
Everybody you knew, you're not seeing people you knew at this time anymore. Unless they is, you're not gonna be with none of them people you kick. Everyone is gonna die. That's what it's gonna feel like you're the last person on earth. How many people is dying left or right? Death is gonna be the new norm.
Yep.
It's gonna be the new norm.
Like
where
dumb.
niggas just die.
Like dumb.
Like dumb.
Hey, and it tells you too, like right here it says, and this is the special part about it. It says, but it shall not come nigh thee. You're gonna be seeing thousands of people thousands of people die, but you gonna be still alive.
Lord willing.
Lord will, you're gonna be still alive, man.
Oh, Lord willing.
If you the chosen and you the elect, you're gonna be still alive,
I
man.
got a precept.
Bring that
It's
up.
the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandment of God, and the law that endureth forever. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
You ain't gotta say too much.
So I want to say something too. So like, it says, all that come to us shall come to life, and such as leave it shall die. How many people fall in the law, statutes, commandments in this world, man? And when we go out there, everybody walk past us like we ain't even talking. So it's gonna be a lot of people dying, man.
Hey, I just had a crazy thought. You know how you be on Facebook and you see somebody that you knew die? You're like, damn, I knew him. It's gonna be like that, but it's gonna be not like once every 3 months or once every 6 months. You're like, damn, he died? We went to school together. That's gonna be every day.
All day.
If not one, it's gonna be hundreds of. Everybody is getting knocked off. I'm gonna just say that, man.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be, damn, he made it. No, it's gonna be like, damn, he died. It's gonna be like, of course he died.
Bro, it's gonna get to the point where it's like,
It's not even surprising.
yeah, if you don't see them, you know they dead. Type
Right.
shit.
It's gonna get to a point. Hey, you know how we like we don't check on people because we like, bro, I know he good.
Right.
You know, I know he's straight. I know he's still over there on that same, like, he's still doing this. So I'm like, I know he did.
Oh man, he's gone.
He did.
It ain't nothing alive over there.
Right.
In that area.
That whole spot got knocked out.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna keep going.
All right, time.
I gotta read verse 7 again, though.
God.
It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand,
Right.
but it shall not come nigh thee.
All right.
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
So you only gonna see what's gonna happen to them. It says the Lord is calling this a reward for them. That's what in Revelation, you got something?
I'm just, go ahead.
All right, Con. So in Revelation, I got a precept in Revelation.
You going to 13?
Nah.
Okay. Hey, why you getting that? Hey, in Revelation it said, we patiently waiting for this.
Right.
The saints are patiently waiting, right? We want to see and you know a reward can be good or bad.
Yeah, right.
The reward for the wicked is definitely going to be something crazy to see, man.
It said, only with thine eyes thou shalt see thy reward,
Right.
but it shall not come nigh thee.
Right.
It shall not come nigh thee. I know I'm kind of mixing two, you know.
No, but it's they verses right
It's
next
right
to
next
it.
to each other.
You know what I'm saying? We not looking at verse 9, verse 10. We looking at it all together, man. That's what it's saying. He like, if you look at it in a spiritual sense, you're gonna look at this all being together. It ain't.
Right.
Yes, we know the verse 7, verse 8. There's distinctions, and you know they drop a gem here and there, and it goes back to what it's talking about. But right here, this whole chapter is speaking about the same thing. So it ain't no mixing in that.
Right.
So this is going back to Psalm 91, and he said, 8. He said, "Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked." So, and this is something Yahweh said too, in Revelations 22:12. It says, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be." So, like he said, your reward can be good or bad, man. It all depends. Like we just read in Baruch 4:1. The ones that come to his law, such commandments shall come to life, such as leave it shall die.
Let me keep going.
Yeah, kind
God. Verse 9 says, because thou hast made the Lord, it's like, because thou hast made the Lord, which is thy refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
right. Refuge is safety, a safe spot, and habitation is somewhere where you live. Like a wolf lives in the woods. That's his habitation. That's his habitat.
Mm-hmm.
We live in these scriptures day and night, meditating thereof, like we just brought out in Sirach 39.
Hey, what time is it? Day and night.
Right.
It's
Day and night,
4:20
bro.
a.m.
Who gonna be doing it? Like, bro, I'm sleeping.
God,
Right.
that's very true.
Come on, man.
Right.
All right, verse 10 says, there shall no evil befall thee,
Right.
neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
All right, so I got a precept for this too, man.
Hey,
Somebody wanna, yeah, go
why
ahead.
you doing that, right? Because we've been, as a camp, we have weekly readings where we read as a whole camp, right? Tuesday nights. And right now we're in the book of Exodus. And what's the plague, the last plague that we just read? It was where
The firstborn should die.
Yeah,
He's-
yeah, the first one, yeah.
he killed all of the firstborn.
God.
But he said, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. And what did the Israelites do? Right? They put the blood on the doorpost and on the top of it. Right? And that plague did not come nigh thy dwelling. That's fire. That's fire. Go ahead.
God, so let's read it again. It says, there shall no evil befall thee,
Right.
neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, right? Like the brother just said, he broke down the plague part. So this is a precept. This is Ecclesiastes 8:5. It says, whoso keepeth the commandments shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man's heart discerneth both good, both time and judgment. So this is what this is talking about. And every time we bring a precept, what it goes back to, the law, statutes, and commandments. You can't get around that. If you doing that, man, the Lord is gonna take care of you. But if anybody got anything else, we can continue.
All right, come. Verse 11 says, for he shall give his angels,
No, I got a
says, for
precept for
he
that.
shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways.
Right.
Hey, Kodash, grab the Psalms 34 and 7. I think that's what it is. You know it. You know where it's at. He said he shall give his angels charge over thee
Right.
to keep thee in all thy ways.
All thy ways.
I got it.
You
right.
hungry? That angel gonna guide you there. You thirsty? That angel gonna guide you there. So you guys, military coming and closing in on you. The angel gonna guide you out of that.
Man.
And he's gonna make his angels, the charge of the angels, way more effectively in that day to show forth these miracles
Right,
that
active.
I'm with you.
It'll be active and they active now, but it's gonna be way more apparent when you're in the spirit.
Right. The reason why we not seeing these things now is because Yahweh already said you ain't gonna get no signs except Jonah the prophet.
Right.
You ain't gonna get no signs because I want you to believe. That's the whole
Right.
point of faith. I want you to believe. But in
Believe.
this time,
Yeah.
he coming.
Right.
All right, so this, can I get?
Kind
Yeah.
So this is Psalms chapter 34 and verse 7.
of.
The angel of the Lord accounted round about them that feared him.
He said the angel of the Lord, he encampeth round about. Right, 360 degrees. Right, he got your 6, your 12. Right, the back, the front, the east, the west. But only to the men, woman, and child, to the families that actually fear the Most High God. That's the key. If you want, why wouldn't you want a damn angel protecting you, and all I gotta do is fear God,
Man,
keep His commandments? That's
that
what I'm
ain't,
supposed to do
that
anyway.
ain't grievous.
Right, it ain't grievous, right? I want to do this. Hey, what? So is that what I'm always saying? It's not that I have to keep the commandments. It's that I get to keep
Put that on my lesson
them.
today.
Man, for real, man. Go ahead, Alexa. Like
Okay, I gotta throw it back.
no, you good. We already read that. You had something like?
Yeah, kind. So going back to Psalm 91, it says that there shall no. It says, Salaki verse 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Right. But this is Proverbs 3 and 25. It says, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. So that's going back up to verse Salakia.
What'd you just read?
verse 8, it says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So he says, be not afraid, Proverbs 3 and 25, Salaki. It says, be not afraid of sudden fear of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. We're not supposed to be afraid of this. We just broke that down. But it says, for the Lord shall be confident. He's going to confidently, it says, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. So how is he going to do that? Going back to Psalm 91 and 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. And then it's going to tell us in verse 12. Can you read 12?
God, verse 12 says, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone.
Right, so going back to Proverbs 3 and 25, lest thy foot be taken. It's saying the same thing, man. So that you won't dash your foot. You will not even going to scrape your foot. You know how you hit your foot on the couch or the edge of the bed? You ain't even going to do that, man, in that day. Come on. But if you want to continue, you got a precept?
Hold on, so you call Proverbs what?
3 and 25 and 26.
All right, hold on. Let me mark that up so I don't forget it.
Man, that's it correlates with each other so, like, to the T, man.
Right. Niggas insane.
There's plenty of scriptures, comfort scriptures, to let you know that the Most High God is going to take care of you in that day, man. But you have to do what he instructed you to do to the best of your ability. You have to,
him and keep his commandments.
like he told you to do.
Right.
Faith in his son.
Everything else after that gonna come. 3 and 25.
25
The
and
one.
26.
Okay, God. Hey, thank you for giving me that moment. Verse 13. It says, thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder,
All right.
the young lion, and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet.
If we have to come across these things,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna get rid of them, man. He's gonna give us the spirit, or he's gonna by way of the holy angels, man. Like we just read that he's gonna give his angels charge over us. If we have to come in, because everybody has different things that they gonna have to deal with in that time. Everybody, man. Some brothers might have to kill a couple animals. Some brothers might have animals with them on their side, like it tells us. It says the animals gonna be in league with them.
Yeah.
So some brothers, different brothers got different situations that
That's
they gonna
it,
have to deal with. Yeah, he liking that over there. Look at that.
Tell you about the lion.
It's Tarzan over there. All right, so Con, let's continue though, because we almost done, man.
Con. Verse 14 says, because he hath set his love upon me,
Right,
therefore will I deliver him.
right.
I will set him on high because he hath known my name.
So right here is the Lord speaking.
right.
This is how you know it's the Lord. He said, because he hath set his love upon me. And he tells you in 1 John 5 and 3, I believe it is, that if you say you love the Most High God, you're supposed to do the commandments. Him that say he love God and doeth them not is a liar. And he says, therefore I will deliver him and I will set him on high. People going to be looking at you as that gold of Ophir, like it tells you in Isaiah 13. Setting up high. You set gold up on high, man. Gold is high up there. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to cleave to that gold. And then it says, because he have known my name. You have to have the true name of the Most High God. It ain't Jesus. It ain't Yahuwah. It ain't, what's Yahweh. It ain't Yasha. It ain't none of them names, man. Go look up those words that you are calling him. Look up those words. Right. Go look up those words that you calling him. And you will see, man, the true and living name is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And that's just what it is. That ain't even debatable. But let's finish, let's knock this out. Verse 15.
Verse 15 says, he shall call upon me,
All right.
and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him.
And honor him. We're going to be gold in that day, Lord will, if we make it. He's going to deliver us out of all that trouble, and he's going to honor us. And he's going to cause us to pass through the rod into the bond of the covenant, man, Lord willing.
Whoa, man.
So, read the last
So
verse.
I got a precept
Right, go ahead.
real quick. This is the book of Exodus chapter 2 and verse 25. It says, and God looked upon the children of Israel, and Yahweh had respect unto them. So the Most High God has respect unto Israel. You know, he called Israel his firstborn, right? His fervent lover.
And you always have respect for your firstborn. That's the most, you be giving him stuff that you wouldn't give to other kids, Hey, what the scriptures tell you, you're supposed to give all your possessions to the firstborn, right?
Right.
Hey, and that first kid, you invest a lot into him,
Yeah.
right? You invest a lot of time. You give him all your wisdom, all your knowledge, all your might, all your time, your energy. You put a lot into that firstborn, man. You go hard. Right? Not saying you don't go hard for your other kids, but that firstborn is something different, I bet.
He got all your traits.
Right.
All of that, man.
The last verse says,
Huh.
with long life,
Immortality,
with long life,
immortality, incorruption.
with long life,
God,
will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
he's gonna get saved at the end of the day, man.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful, beautiful.
So this is a beautiful chapter, man, to go over, to know that the Lord is going to deliver you out of the time of trouble, man. Because this time is coming very, very rapidly.
Hasty.
It get kind of nervous when you start seeing certain stuff, like you see commercials on the RFID chip.
Right.
You see like stuff like that, man. You see they dropping bombs over there in Lebanon. This kind of stuff,
Right.
man. This stuff is definitely spicing up, man. But at the end of the day, the Most High God said He's gonna take care of us. Anybody got anything else?
Hey, yeah, I want to say this real quick. When it comes to this chapter, right, it's really not a deep chapter, but it's one of them chapters that kind of can get you in the spirit, right? It can build your faith up. It can get you back where you need to be, right? And you being a man, woman, a man or woman in this truth, you got to know what gets your spirit hot. You got to know what gets you in that spirit. You got to know how to examine yourself. Like, man, I'm lacking right now. Let me go read Psalm 91, right? My spirit off, right? You gotta know, you gotta start knowing the Bible a little bit better to where you know what to read, right? Knowing what to read, right? I'm gonna leave it at that.
Like, to comfort you, like Psalm 91. Like you see stuff like, even if you going through stuff,
Right.
you can read Psalm 91. Man.
You can.
So, you got anything else? You got anything? So
All right.
with that,
Sorry for
yeah, you
the
can get that. You can get that. You can get that.
All right.
Slock
Closing scripture.
Not to.
God, definitely.
All right, kind. Mashiach Yahushua. Sirach chapter 43 and verse 30 says, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. Slakia. Salakia, man. I was quoting. I'm like, did I quote that wrong? All right, I wasn't even reading it. Salakia. All right, Kyle. It says, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough.
So with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, and to the 12 tribes that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. Death to America. Shalom, wa barak, mashpaka.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.